Welcome back to Marathon Tempus Irae, Total Carnage playthrough. I'm Avin1 of the NEFX, and we are on the level Gates of Delirium, second level. We just got through reading a mysterious terminal message. I think we've about explored all there is to explore in this building. Let's see, actually, these can be destroyed. Okay, maybe not. Pretty sure some stuff can be destroyed in here. Maybe you have to shoot at it, but I don't know. I don't feel the need to do that. To try and hit it. Hitboxes might be a bit off with that stuff, but that's okay. I'm sure over the course of things we'll just end up breaking shit, just in a natural state of fighting enemies that are around that stuff. It'll be that much more fascinating. What's that? I mean, it looks like an enforcer. Looks like there's just like enough tint between these two nose. Oh, that's cool. Funny how you like go straight forward and back, and then the angle just changes a little bit based off of where the computer thinks you are. But from here, it looks almost shadowy. It makes you think of just both. I wouldn't be surprised if, like in a clever manipulation here, they show you enemies across the way that are darkened like that. Because I don't think it's invisible. I don't think there are invisible enforcers in this scenario, but where you may eventually encounter them, the actual enemies themselves, but from a distance like this, you're supposed to think that that's maybe the shadowy figure. That maybe it actually is supposed to be like canonally so, or that you just think it is. Anyway, let's check through everything before we go out here. I think I need to hit a switch to open that up. Make sure there are no secrets. Okay. Yeah, that opens it up right here. No? We'll open something up. Oh, cool. So maybe a switch to open this front door, or back door, as the case may be, lights up here. I'm hearing some eerie drips. Maybe a spawn in. There's like a window out there. Just to the void. Get a good view of the lake. Hello. Just be careful too, because there aren't any shields for a while. I might just have to rely on like spawned in capsules, because it's probably not like they'll give you shield charges to work with. I don't think they'll be able to leave you like a station. They'll spawn in stuff and you have to make the most of it. Okay, so there's the front door. Can't open that just yet, but let me make a mental note of it on the map. Actually, it looks like it just leads to another room. So maybe I won't need that, if it's even openable. See, I'm just taking my time, this scenario really makes me want to drink and everything, like these nice paintings here. I think I played an earlier version last time that had less high definition graphics. I don't think anything is necessarily lost by switching to this version. I do think the textures are an improvement. And that's before we'll eventually get the remastered version, basically. If that's the right term for it. It's probably what they're settling for. Okay, so I think, yeah, it'll be fine if we don't have access, at least for now, to the front door. Actually, I think there's a switch right next to it, so maybe that'll be how we open it up. We're supposed to open it from the outside. So with that in mind, let's quickly lollygag in here with a creepy-ass ethereal choir. Get out some real action. I seem to recall getting a bit lost last time I played this too. I got lost fairly often in this scenario, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I may not be as bad with it this time. But that'll give me a good excuse anyway to start elaborating more on the personal significance of the scenario to me. Try not to stray too far, because I want to, if there are more spawn points than what I just covered, then I'll want to deal with them one bit at a time. Even if these are basic enemies so far, there might be more advanced ones to come, like enforcers, hunters, troopers. Okay, let's open this up. Yep, save again. Alright, I'll make note of where the save point is. Yeah, it's this little indent here, bottom right. It's kind of funny how it took me a while to, just as a matter of intuition, use the automap more. Of course, I also know how to read it a bit better to notice certain things I didn't notice before, but still kind of funny. So this will be a ship, basically. I don't think I can activate it by punching it. To get like some sort of card or something equivalent. Yep, here we go. Where they pour out, sort of like in a vomitorium, which is like a term for a place in a church, which looks like that was where people pile out after a service, you know, often dressed in cassocks or something. Yeah, I'm definitely better at this than I was before, I can tell. More patient, I'm better at using the fists, which is good because I think I'm supposed to rely on them a fair amount. I don't think the makers necessarily intended this for total carnage. Maybe they did. Maybe some tested it on there. It's hard to tell. With lobby scenarios, I tend to assume, like, unless it's something like a Phoenix by Ryokatika, who's a known expert, which is supposed to be majorly action-packed and challenging anyway. I assume most scenario makers intend the scenarios for, oh look, he's killing himself, for normal. They design it for normal or something like that. Let's see if I can get that guy to kill himself. It's kind of funny, he just kind of goes back and forth and shifts like that. I don't think he can quite fire far enough to get me. Where'd it go? Did I get to retreat or did it kill itself? Guess I'll find out soon enough. Keep an eye out in here. Might like wander around, come back through here. Actually, no, there doesn't seem to be an entrance. Oh, here it is. See it on the radar. It's kind of stuck. It's like moving in place. There you are, you fucker. Yep, sure. Just slowly ensure your doom. There's Berserk. Killed itself. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, wouldn't it suck if there's like a sudden spawn in right here? It could happen. Could be lulled into a sense of safety by going back to the same places over and over, but some new step of progress I made triggers another spawn-in ambush back there. Could happen. I would do something like that. The Last Supper. I don't know how well you can hear it, but some like eerie drops. Okay, let's double check and make sure this is recording and everything. Let's see. Yeah, trying again to break the bottles. I think they're mainly just like broken by bullets. Okay, so where's this on the map? Okay, another compartment from inside that building, so I'll go there next. Oh, what's that? Where are you from? Heard the enforcer. Did you hear that? I've been through here. That thing, it looked like the shadowy figure. Yeah, I guess. Wait, is that invisible? No, it almost looks like that because of the tint of the glass, but I can make out the colors. Year of a church bell. Yeah, I like this. There's aspects of it that are like vaguely unsettling. Like you want to drink and everything, but there's just this air of menace, especially because, you know, this is supposed to be like Renaissance Italy, but you never meet another human around here. Like the idea is that, you know, the four went back in time to get some secrets made by innovators of the time, notably Leonardo, but maybe even some other ones, maybe more obscure ones which, at least in the head canon, may have secretly been the ones responsible for some of the ideas. I mean, it's already implied that Saboth, I think, the shadowy figure, was like the mentor who gave Leonardo some of the ideas, diagrams. Though that's another kind of concept that's explored in stuff like this, and that, you know, I've often dealt with as a creator of sorts. The idea that one is not so much a creator as an instrument or tool of a other creator of sorts. Like depending on your beliefs, whether it's like a deity or just some universal concept that you've become open to. In this case, it could be a pretty dark revelation by a figure such as Saboth, however you pronounce it. But the idea that it's not really you yourself who comes up with the ideas, but paradoxically, by becoming enlightened enough, you become more open to ideas coming into you. Okay. See, this is one of the things that reminds me of things that I also got into around this time when I played it 10 years ago, such as Bowl of Heaven. We're exploring like a garden. Oh boy, that was weird. I heard a warble, but I didn't see it on the radar at first. It sounded like it was right next to me. But there's a piece they have, an early piece, called A Wall Between Two Gardens. And it fits very well to this part. I don't think I'll play Bowl of Heaven music while I'm doing these playthroughs, but I can recommend at least pieces of theirs that go to certain parts. Certainly to the point of the creepy choir stuff. They have pieces that are like that. That sort of layer, manipulate, combine, sample these different, basically choir or a cappella chants. There's another one called Your Way and Your Face Are Stainless. I repeat, it's called Your Way and Your Face Are Stainless, and that's a good example of that sort of piece. I've often thought of sampling the choir stuff in this game for some other musical thing of my own. I don't often sample, but I think I'd even be happy to, you know, sample it outright for parts and just give due credit. Especially since, you know, it's probably sampled itself. Maybe I've manipulated enough so it doesn't sound like directly lifted. But yeah, I mean, you know, I basically advocate Bowl of Heaven in general, just about all their pieces, but those two I mentioned, A Wall Between Two Gardens, maybe it's just A Wall Between Gardens, I don't remember exactly. They have so many pieces with so many titles, often pretty lengthy. And then Your Way and Your Face Are Stainless. Those are two good Bowl of Heaven pieces that definitely fit parts of Tempus Irae. I definitely felt that when I discovered the band around this time. So it looks like this leads to something outside the garden, but I'm wondering whether to go there or explore this garden. It's a bit of a labyrinth, but at the same time there's like a general symmetrical pattern to it. It's pretty deliberate, so just gotta keep an eye out, listen for any potential spawn-ins. I don't think there are very many, but you can always hear like distant warbling, which I want to listen for, especially if it's a more advanced enemy like a trooper or enforcer or something. Might turn the noise down a little bit, but kind of turn it up at different points so you can hear some of the ambient sounds. There they are. Okay, so it's like another part of a garden, but wait, what's off in that corner? I don't think I can reach it just yet. Yeah, can't even quite see where it is. It's like a part of the map. Maybe it's just like a decorative thing and there's nothing to it, but maybe I can reach it from like a higher level. Yeah, maybe it's part of a secret or something. Let's set the timer for when I need to break up the video again. Break up the recording of the playthrough into another part. I get the feeling there'll be like enemy here. Planting a tree. Okay, here we go. Yes, at least it's something else. But I won't go there just yet. Oh, you heard a horse? Oh shit. Gotcha. Okay, yep, don't have a key yet. Okay, slowly exploring everything. Reach those T-like areas, I kind of go in and move out real quick in case I alert some enemies, especially if it's like from both sides. I don't want to get sandwiched in. Gotta be vigilant at all times, and when rounding the corner, should be like this, you know, keep the cursor as tight as I can on the, you know, area of interest, especially in such narrow corridors. There's an enemy. Okay. The fighters, I can punch it. I must say the dabbling I did in vid mastering, even in just watching others' vid master videos like Sitter, once again, I'll mark this on the map by the way as a place for shields. They really helped me with my punching game. I'm more willing and able to switch to the fists as I feel I might be able to conserve ammunition, which I think is pretty important, at least so far in this stage of the game. As I recall, the lost levels, I think, are a bit more generous to ammunition, but also more challenging. Okay. Definitely benefits to explore. Definitely gives good incentive to explore more of the beautiful design and everything. Scenery. Feeling. Try not to use words like atmosphere because they can be kind of vague and overused, but it applies here fairly well. Here's the key. I'll be damned if that's not a fucking ambush spot right there. Heard a bell. Doom. Tolls from me. Better yet, it tolls from my enemies soon to be encountered here. So another spot with a shield capsule. Okay, well, I'm pleasantly surprised I was able to make it out of there. Shit. Oh, well, just more fighters? I thought there'd be like a trooper. Maybe there'll be one. Is that one it? No, it's just a projectile fighter. There you go. Yes, fight amongst each other. Perfect. Yeah, I like that scenery. So it's got to go down here. Wait. Okay, yeah, I've been here before. plenty of it, but I didn't get that spawn in before. But we're doing pretty good right now. Got a couple shield capsules around that I can go to when I need to. Still have a little bit of a second layer left. I'll just go around here. Open this up. Now maybe before I proceed I should save, because I don't want to retread. We're going to take our time, our sweet time, with this beautiful scenario. Oops. Just go right down here. Alright. One moment while I do another break again. Okay, back again. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Just had to double check some stuff. I want to make sure this valuable stuff is recorded, especially while it's still, natural. Okay, so. Hey, where's that from? Firing through the window. That's ridiculous. All right, background here. Wait, let's see this real quick. What's this? Okay, seems a bit weird. There's sort of double lines, so they know if there's a secret here. Okay. So roundabout we go to get to the next area. Alright, another shield capsule, so that's 3 so far. I can note on the map where they are. What's this lead to? Okay, so just back in here. That's good. I like the convenient things like that, where if you progress enough, if I heard like a grenade fire or something, or if you progress enough, you don't have to totally backtrack. It'll give you a shortcut between old areas and new, which helps with not having to take too much time to go back and save. I mean, you could argue that there should just be tougher or something like that, but I think this game is sufficiently challenging without being too unreasonable. Speaking as someone who's been guilty of making unreasonable design levels. Although my school of thought is that solo levels, I give players plenty of opportunity to go back and always have a backup in the form of a save point and a shielded charger, and just everything beyond that is very challenging. So I think it's fairly well balanced and kind of chaotic, sometimes pain in the ass way. Save again. I like that effect there. The shadow cast by this block, almost like an altar. A good view of the Great Lake. Not the Great Lake, but you know, a Great Lake. The one that's constantly in view around here. Ah, damn it. Okay, that's the end of the second shield layer. At least I got this. I have 3 single layer shield capsules waiting around for me when I need them. I feel this is like a trap or something. It's just one room with a shell. That's kind of eerie, funny. Oh, cool, yeah. I like how the light is activated by the platform, basically. First I was going to come in here and show how funny it is that the light stays the same, but it didn't. That's really awesome. I like little details like that. Speaking as someone who doesn't really take the time to implement them. And I could, but it's just not in line with what I'm aiming for with my maps, at least for now. Maybe someday I'll attain to some sort of aesthetic sophistication, but for now it's a matter of chaos and absurdity. To realize structural ideas at the expense of rigorous aesthetics, in such a way that the bizarre madcap design becomes its own aesthetic. Anyway, so it's a nice, compactly layered levels, floors in this one little building. Okay, yeah, another return spot. Making sure nothing else is spawned. So I believe I may have activated the door down here. Not this one. Still, I have the thing for that. That hasn't activated either. This fucker can still shoot through the window, and I probably can't, at least not as effectively. Even if I could, I don't have unlimited ammunition like the enemies do. At least I have newly granted shortcuts. We'll check, and there's no secret door here. Any secret panels? I don't know. There might be like a cheaply placed secret that you have to like go around smacking the walls to find in order to progress. I don't seem to recall something like that happening, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I have gotten stuck in this scenario for extended periods of time. Sometimes I wonder if they purposely made it that way so that you would really have to drink in the scenery that they work so hard on. Oh my god, here we go. Look at that shit. Oh hey, definitely gonna save after that. Thanks. At least the secret finding really pays off in terms of like sheer resources. I'll make note of what time that is, like in case things ever get so hairy that I need to go back to time when I had more shields. I don't think I will, but 2:46 where I'm at. Yeah, but it's become a fairly common technique, especially after some of the nightmarish difficulty of like Marathon Red at times, which I don't begrudge it for. It's still good. Okay, there's a manuscript, so that'll probably work on the letter L down here. But yeah, I'm making note of crucial save points by their timestamps so that I can go back perhaps several save points if need be to get to the right one and then do the part right again. Okay, so it looks like at least this won't close on me. Maybe it closes when I enter in here. This definitely looks like an ambush point where we're going to have to like circle around or something. Here we go. Okay, so it wasn't all troopers anyway. Going around, circling this part. Oh shit, got stuck on a fucking candle. Derailed by a candlestick. That might happen in this scenario. There you go. Hey there, drunkie. That's another reference from the past for me that I might explain in a bit. Might as well dip my toe into going over the personal significance. Basically, I'll start by saying that the "Hey Drunkie" thing is a reference to the producer of a record that was part of a professionally recording about a year prior or so to when I played through this. Anytime I was a drummer in a band, which I'll get more into in a bit, and as we were professionally recording, sometimes we'd listen back with the producer to parts we just recorded, and if there was like a timing mistake, whatever, the producer would be like, "Hey, drunkie," implying that we were drunk. Or sometimes the computer would fuck up because we recorded sort of digitally. I like this effect too. Like that. Is that intentional? Oh, it may not be. It looked like maybe here, like there's a fire. Yeah, you can see it there. Imagine like the fire flickering. So like, it doesn't show when you stand still, but if you turn or sidestep a little bit, it looks like it's something flickering. Here we go. Some more action here. Okay. Can you open the door? Gotta watch out for the candlesticks so I don't get caught on one of them while circling around. That could really fuck me up. Okay, can't go in. I don't know if they have it set up so that you get hurt if you step on fire. As I sat and contemplated my existence as a professional marathoner. Yeah, great moments like this. Or even fairly stock, nondescript rooms as far as structure and combat feel worth it for the settings they give. That's one of the challenges that I set for myself in my level design is obviously not relating to aesthetics, but rather the lack thereof, wherein I try to make rooms count just by design alone, because I obviously can't I can't aesthetically the way that I design them so far. Although there have been times, like even within my means, like when I made the level for Tempus Irae, Thresholds of Right, where I was more deliberate about texturing, and so there were rooms that had a certain memorability to them, in much the way that some Wolfenstein 3D ones would. So it looks like so far there's one unexplored area about the north. Maybe I can explore it from here. Maybe I get taken to it if I step in here. Wait. Let me just do one more thing. I'm going to save and then try that, because maybe that teleporter takes me out of here. Oh shit. Oh, I don't think so though. I may be misremembering, it's been a long time of course, but I get the feeling I'll need to maybe deal with that enforcer. Or maybe it's like one of those things where it's a view into another level, where like you can see out into the courtyard from the other side, but not in this level, that sort of thing. Let's see if this takes me anywhere. Yeah, it does. Okay. I don't know, maybe I don't need to go back there. Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Now that I'm here, I'm just gonna roll with it. Hope that I didn't miss anything that would be really helpful. Okay, it's one skeleton key. Say it again. This is repository 1. So we're going to go back and get another textbook, and of course it says Leo on it, so that kind of helps give it away, I suppose. It's supposed to be Leonardo da Vinci. We did not anticipate that we would have to face the slavers on this battlefield. We are now struggling on several networks of difficulty. We understand that provision must be made to recover your individual neural network in your struggles against the Four. We are attempting to design a way for you to store your pattern in a buffer aboard this ship while you are still on the surface of Earth. Okay, so maybe they'll give me a... Well, we already have save patterns in there through the crucifix. Are they just saying that I won't have to pray to Christ to be... Oh my god. Is that the idea? Pray to Christ to be saved? I hadn't thought of it that way. Funny. Maybe they'll like install save patterns down there or something like that. Although it's funny with the way they put it. Recover your individual neural network in your struggles against the Four. It sounds like, you know, like it's implying mental exhaustion. Anyway, we will use the transporters aboard this ship and enhance certain objects in the areas you will be visiting with circuits designed to communicate with your mechanized systems. Okay. Okay, so they will be doing that. The circuitry in these objects will then be removed by proxy teleportation once we have left the area. We will try to remove the circuits in such a way that will mimic the natural decay that such objects experience. Okay, I guess they're doing that for the purpose of not interfering too much with the past, because they're trying to limit their presence there as it is, so as to not, I guess, further alternate the timeline. Even though it seems like the presence of the Four alternates it enough, and also begs the question, where the fuck are all the humans? You know, why do you never encounter any there? It's almost as though it's implied that the humans have been like transformed into aliens, although I don't think that's the case per se. It seems more that the Four have just infiltrated the past as well as Earth itself. It'd be funny though if we actually encountered a horse though, since we hear horses occasionally. We wish to avoid leaving any trace of our presence that your kind might detect. If we were to alter history, the paradoxical effects would be catastrophically unpredictable. We have modified your onboard streaming translation AI to be able to read the language of the area you will be working in. Yep, that much is clear. It says onboard. Is that like within my mech suit or something? However, we do not think it essential that you spend time scrutinizing any writings you encounter on the surface. So they don't want me to read this shit either. It's like possibly a repeat of the past, like they are the priests, you know? And like I am Sabuth, because I'm probing into things that the leaders don't want me to probe into. We are also in the process of synthesizing new weaponry for you. Please be patient. You will soon be able to replicate your heavy assault rifle, but the Four material synthesis computer is being somewhat uncooperative. Okay. Oh, hey, Portland, Oregon. I think maybe the designers of this game, or at least at the time, lived in Portland, Oregon, so it's all the more appropriate that I take this time to play this scenario, huh? Maybe some of them still live here. This is a nice setup, once again. They really did a good job of finding about as many ways as they could to make, you know, their texture set pop out through different scenic designs like this. I like these, you know, water columns. Definitely gives the impression of something meticulously designed by a Da Vinci, what have you, for whatever purpose, like some sort of aqueduct thing, water system. So like a well-filled day. Okay, so where to go first? That won't open yet, so the only way out, it seems, is through here. Nice beams, little droplets of water, shadows cast, the flickering. Seems as though the water is casting light on the walls around it. So it's lit up from within by something. Well, no, candles, right? Yeah, they're animate too. Fascinating. They really put a lot of work into these scenes. And you know, obviously I've been known for making templates as the basis for maps that I can then generate fairly quickly with even just variations in the platform elevations to create like full-fledged levels. I thought sometimes about how, certainly with some maps, including those for a sort of open secret project that's to be released fairly soon, hopefully, that I'm wrapping up on. I've like copy pasted little miniature structural components from different maps. I mean, in that case, it's for just a pure functionality, but in some cases, it could be for aesthetic. And then if I use those as units, the way I have for like squares and even triangles and whatnot, then that can make for more palatable levels aesthetically. Anyway, and where we go? Got plenty of shotgun shells and so I gotta be careful. I want to open that up. Let's see if I toggle that. Okay, no spawn endpoints. Just got a fairly generous time window in which to escape. Can't open that yet. I don't know if that's openable by anything or if it contains something. I'll note this on the map because you never know. It might be like one of those secrets. Maybe this too. Although I can't pass through here, so I don't know if that does anything. But might be a secret where like I can get a cool item if I hit a switch that possibly activates this. So I'll make note of it. We'll see how good I keep my word on exploring things past a certain point, since I didn't bother to try to explore that area where the enforcer was shooting through that window. Maybe the idea is that it really was supposed to be the shadowy figure. I mean, the implication is that it's a spit, and thus maybe the form of like an invisible compiler, since those are the canon, sometimes invisible enemy in marathon scenarios, in the original trilogy. But we don't manage to get to the enforcer, and it looks from a distance through even one layer, let alone two layers of tinted windows, to be invisible. That's like a shadowy figure. Excuse me. So maybe both is halfway resistant to us. Okay, so here's a terminal here. Okay, save point. Good. All right, we're in a good position right now. So we have a good amount of space, not blocked by doors, to which we can retreat if we need to. So I want to keep enough momentum going down these stairs to a rush back up, because there's that. Although I guess there could have been a risk that they wouldn't have come up. Like maybe there's a monster impassable zone put up around there. Like that's something I would have totally done. It's like a double-edged sword. When you are a cruel designer like me, you become paranoid of other people doing the cruel things you do, but you're that much more prepared, that much more imaginative, and thinking about different ways that your ideas could be applied to different ideas or designs, premises that other designers use in their levels or scenarios. Oh yeah, I need to adjust the scroll wheel again. Once I kill these guys, I'm gonna do that. Save and adjust that real quick. Okay, one moment. Wait, no, it's the scroll, so previous weapon, scroll down, that's what I want. There we go. Still still there, got it. Okay, actually, one more thing, I'm gonna get some water real quick. Might as well just turn this down again. Okay, ready again. Okay, nothing seems to be hittable through here. Maybe I'll end up coming back around to that at some point. Oh, hey, cool. Some drone ambush from outside. There you go, that's better with the scroll wheel. Look at that statue being profaned by the invaders. Okay, that one won't open yet. Oh, here, another one of those stairway ambushes. Hello. Wow, that was kind of fast moving. Wonder if they'd been like made berserk or something. Was it set as berserk already? I don't think so. Might have been a friendly fire. Just know they've been lured to combat before my arrival. Oh shit. There you go. It's interesting, maybe that I'm more warmed up after starting out and just more used to the general patterns and quirks of this scenario, but so far these levels aren't as extensive or as difficult as the first one, which is not a knock against it per se, because it's still pretty engaging and keeps you constantly alert. I know there will be more challenging ones soon, just from memory, but see how long it takes for that one to close back up, because I might time it to trigger some enemies and then dart back and get more of an advantage over them. We could call that cheap or wussy or whatever. And there's an neat aqueduct there, but it works. I'm certainly good at head-on combat as well. That's like taking different approaches sometimes. Looks like they're reading some information too. Maybe have their own translators. That one looks like it's watching a switch. I'll trigger any spawn-ins in here. Yep. Okay. There's some ammo. Guy's killing his own. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, kill him. There we go. That made it easy. Thanks for your help, dipshits. Okay. Another drone. Wonder if I can get out there somehow. Before I hit that switch, let's read this. Water is such a deceptive substance. It seems so simple and common. Yet if you ask the most eloquent of poets or the windiest of statesmen to describe precisely the flow of water in a channel, they would be dumbfounded. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe next time, for these next videos, we'll have something to offer insight-wise about water and Da Vinci's discoveries, relevant things about the Renaissance, and some other things I've covered that may help explain ideas in this scenario, or may just be of general interest. I had begun to think that air might flow in ways similar to water, that both substances follow the same natural rules. When I designed the workings of this castle, I thought that I understood fairly thoroughly the different ways that water can flow. Pump, channel, aqueduct, drainage, watermill, all these were simple. Those can be worth looking up as well. I think I'd love to even just read an entire textbook about water. I find it so fascinating. Now, though, the complexities that I didn't even consider seem overwhelming. And here we go. Here's a quote that I've used a few times, paraphrased from. The tiniest splinter projected from the side of a water trough seems capable of destroying the entire flow. Or not that part so much, but this next part. The tiniest fault in a bird's plumage seems capable of plummeting the complete animal to the ground. Looks like there's a bit of foreshadowing here of the eventual, theory of relativity and whatnot. I had a dream last night. This is beginning to be a regular and mildly disturbing occurrence that seems to come from the shadowy visitor. Okay, specifically from the visitor, as though we're once again acting through the immortal in question, the agent. Oh, this looks interesting. Looks like a diagram of a battle. Yeah. This time, though, the shadow explains nothing. He stood on the ramparts of this place, looking out over the fields below, as one looking out over vast pain and suffering, like a battlefield, like Sodom, Gomorrah, Babel, Jericho, or some other battle not yet fought. Sorry, by the way, if I'm mispronouncing some of those names. None of the cold, bloodless fighting the city-states would have, but something even colder and emptier, more fraught with meaningless atrocities. And here my waterworks grew horrible also, and flooded everything I could see, as though my works returned to purposeless destruction. I do not know what this vision means. It, I think, resonates a bit with what I was talking about earlier about the danger of your own discoveries, especially because, okay, yeah, I've been down there. Because again, going back to alchemical concepts, the idea with a lot of them is that, or just esoteric practice in general, they're not meant to be, it's often said they're not meant to be shared with the vulgar multitude, as it were, for they are liable to misinterpret and distort them for their own purposes, and yet it can be so difficult to shield their creations from that. Like, even on a more basic example, like I think about the one who invented napalm, which of course is relevant to us marathoners, right? We love the napalm gun, flamethrowers, burning our enemies, but believe it or not, that was apparently invented just for, I heard a juggernaut, that was invented for demolition purposes, not for anti-personnel, not for killing people. And apparently the inventor of napalm, though he did not regret inventing it, he was horrified to learn what purpose it would be used for. And the idea here is basically that same fear. So let's see what this does. Look back at the beginning, see if that opened up the thing I was talking about before. Wait. There's way back in here, huh? Maybe it opens something up down here. Okay, no. Looks like it takes you almost back there, but wait, let's save again. I want to make sure, see if that little wooden window opened up. Probably not, but could be a secret. Again, I'm really willing to take time with this scenario. Okay, so it opened up this door, I think. That's probably it. Okay, yep, that's it. So, back to the path, or one of several paths, really. There's lots of places you can go, and that's one thing I love about this scenario. But I'm keeping mental track of where all you could go. Like, if there's a way out here, I don't remember specifically. If there's like a normal, obvious way out here, like one that's necessary, or if it's like a secret. Okay, that doesn't open up a door at all, so no, that's basically it. Let's go through here. Hello. Glad that I have plenty of pistol clips for this shit. Looks like there's another switch to get in here. I still want to be safe by. Okay, yep. Good to know. Maybe I don't have to be this meticulous about saving over and over, but it feels right. All the more justification for exploring these same parts over and over. I don't want to get too distracted by going all these different paths, but everything's so alluring. We do a good job at not only environmentally alluring places, but ones in such a way that tempt you to really explore, especially as you reveal new places to go to. Okay, so I can't get through here, at least not yet. Seems like it's an alternate entrance to what's on the other side, but that's not a big deal, really. Let's go here, about where I heard the Juggernaut. Making sure there's no change to the disappearing tree. Making sure there's no change to the terminal by what I do. I would assume not, but this is a sort of mystical scenario, so you never know. Okay, so this is a return area, so I've about explored all the other parts I would need to or want to. So with that in mind, go up there, save first. On we go. Feeling there might be, yeah, shit. Lost balance. At least I managed to get down and not get hit, but looking to see if the Juggernaut would be there, and it was. Okay. Love to admire that scenery. Maybe I'll get a chance later on, but I just don't want to get hit by that Juggernaut. Okay, this is probably another temporary one, right? And the switch on the other side? Yeah, okay. I think that might be it. All the same, I'll trigger any spawn points. Okay, that's probably about as far as I can go. Also, trust that I can get back in. Yep. Oh, another Juggernaut. Shit. At least it's distracted by that cyborg. Okay. Tough guy, huh? Oh, jeez. Where are you? Okay, died. I guess it was killed by a fighter since they were both pretty berserk or something. See if I can trigger some spawn-ins, rushing in and out, or out and in. It'd be funny if that fighter got crushed. I don't know if he can get crushed by these, but I'm not going to experiment. Okay, with all that cleared out, I'm going to see if I can trigger any spawn-ins, then rush back. Nope. So let's go on. Got the assault rifle here, but for now I'll save it, and I don't think I need it just yet. It's pretty low on ammo anyway. Yeah, I think I can ignore those at least for now. Get out of the way, I'm trying to kill the Enforcer. There we go. Uh-oh. There's a cyborg out there. Might hit me. Don't know what kind of cyborg it is, if it's the honing grenade type. Doesn't seem to be giant, so grenades won't reach as well. Okay. Just making sure I can shoot out there. Maybe I'll just take advantage of it like this. Hey, come back here. Alright, well, we got rid of that alien weapon anyway. I could probably, you know, maybe it'd be better to just kill it while I can. Because otherwise it might be like right outside the entrance if I go out there. Okay, got it. This is a vast structure. See, it's using that kind of bridge technique. used in a lot of marathon levels for solo and multiplayer. There's that gorgeous choir again. It's pretty good to have it like right on an altar with that choir and then flickering light, candlelight. All right. So maybe I'll be able to hit an L switch again. Which I guess the L is for Leonardo. I think it's yes, the Juggernaut. What's down here? I didn't notice that before. Before I go down there, I'm going to save. Alright, up we go. Yeah, I don't remember this too well, but I definitely remember that it took me longer than it's taking me right now. I probably would have taken a long time to notice this. Maybe. I might have happened upon it kind of luckily. Okay, here we go. That could have been a much more intense spawning than it was. I like these periodic looks at the aqueduct, like it's connecting everywhere. You get the idea that it's flowing all throughout the complex. Okay, back here. So I just have to go through here. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Alright, gotta prepare for this. There you go. Kaboo. Oh shit, hit the glance plate by accident. Ah, damn it, I thought I could circle around like that. Uh-oh. Where are you? Get that trooper. Okay, that was okay. Nice fountain. This is like a well-filled day. There's a lot going on as far as adventuring, information, scenery, combat. There's a lot that goes into these levels. It feels like it's one of those scenarios where every level feels like it contains levels within it, but there's still like an arc and flow to it. The moment the closest to that comes to mind, or at least the closest competitor for that in my mind immediately, is a certain scenario that's yet to come out that I've, well, let's just say it's a secret. Others of them know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm going to mentally note this. If I need to come back for some shields. Done a fairly good job so far at keeping second layers going for a while, but oh, what the fuck? Hey, another way out. But anyway, we'll see how long that lasts. But you know, one thing I remember about the scenario is that there are secrets by which you can enter outside areas. So I might give up after a certain point if I don't find anything, but I want to see if I can get to one of these outside areas, because I think there's a secret. There's a way to get there. Oh, but I can't get back in. I wonder if it's one of those things where like you have to get back in after a certain point in time in order to get to the secret. So I'll just smack these walls, and if nothing, then I guess I'll just give up. Maybe we'll keep an eye out for any maybe remote switches that will allow me to access that area. There's a certain secret that I know of, I think. if I don't know how to get to it. Maybe one of these days after this is done, I'll like cheat, look it up, and then go there as like a bonus video. Yeah, I think I can't get there. Wait. One more thing. I mean, maybe I could like grenade hop up there, but I don't know if that would really do me any good. I think I already tried this, but I'm going to try it one more time. This looks like it'd be a secret part, but yeah, I can't get through there. Yeah, alright, I guess it'll be for a bonus video. We'll just get out of here. Good level. I can't recall a single bad level. Actually, wait, let's see. Can I sink down in here? I can't. Is that the way out? It's a tree. That's funny. Yeah, I can't get through here. Okay, it's weird. Alright, back to the repository station. I'll be right back once again. Hang on. Okay, so let's see what the terminal says here. How many? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more to go. Satisfactory. Dissatisfactory, huh? Not excellent. I took care of it on Total Carnage for you. We will be sending you to a large building which seems intended for group neural network activity. Brain activity, huh? Is that what they're saying? The presence of the Four has frightened off all the humans in this area. Okay, so they're frightened off. We can only hope that their presence here does not alter history. If the Four come to the conclusion that they could destroy humanity here and now, they might choose to do so, despite the terrible possibilities of paradox. We have severely damaged the Kalima, and 7 hours ago it burned at 4 times our standard gravity into a high polar orbit in order to avoid our weapons. This will hopefully hinder them, but the integrity of the Kalima systems is unknown to us. They may still have the capability to transport to the Earth's surface. We are continuing our efforts to synthesize heavier armaments for your use. Durandal was always emphatic about your admirable need for such tools. He probably wouldn't have put it as admirable, but anyway. I mean, they did put it in question marks, so that makes it kind of funnier, especially for us marathon nerds. You must complete your mission before the slavers fully understand the situation here. Alright, off we go again. Alright, this level is Downward Spiral. We're in the shadow of a cross. That must mean something. I know that's like a significant concept, but I don't know what the significance is. Maybe that'll be another thing for me to look up. So can't get in here yet. Sorry, can't get in there yet. Get the feeling there'll be like some sentry up there. See some enemies. They're gonna go through the door. Is that a minor defender? It's weird. Because I have it on total carnage, so that shouldn't happen. I guess it's, oh shit. I guess it's just made slightly different in here. Some weird minor alteration they made. It's not even firing back, that's weird. Alright. Can't get through there yet. Any remote switches? Oh, I see there's a key in there. I'll need to get that for sure. Inevitably. Unless that's like some weird bonus or secret. It'll open that door. So this is the only way through for now. Mentally note this on the map. There we go, that worked. See if I can load them out here for some fist fighting, some sparring. Lots of battles like this I've noticed. Like there'll be some genuinely challenging ones, and it's like some sort of a filler thing to have like a few fighters lingering around that ammo scarcity would hopefully tempt you into fist fighting. I mean, the ammo isn't that scarce, but I'm always paranoid it could be, and where I have a chance to save it, I will. And I already have a general memory of how difficult this scenario is, and it's definitely doable, but I don't remember it that well, so I want to be careful where I can. And I know I can, and I'll be better than I was then. So, interesting little revelation there. A journal, or a secret bookcase for a translator. Man is the measure of all things. Yeah, like the golden... Oh, you have to like reactivate it. Although I guess you could still stay logged into it, looking at it even when it's closed. Yeah, the golden standard diagram. I remember when I wrote that, when I first came here, the smell of the crypts, the silence. The silence is the same, but the smell seems less powerful. Perhaps I am growing less sensitive with age. Perhaps the corpses too have grown older, dustier, probably both. Yeah, it's like one of those things where you're in contact with some sort of discovery, but ironically, the more you dwell among it, especially if you don't make the right discoveries about it and have the right approach, the more elusive it becomes. And again, that has resonance with some things I'll go into as the playthrough progresses. Those long nights, the priests must have thought me mad. They still do, of course, but my having Cesare Borgia as patron certainly made them more polite. My work took me inside these dead bodies, like a surveyor on a new continent. The contour and border of muscle, tendon, and skeleton. How much I learned. Of course, now when I look at a living body, I gain just as much. It seems like it could go from either direction, like either being desensitized to notions of bodies living or dead, or finding more wonder in them. Maybe it was the latter at first and then later the former. Still, a new study must be made from time to time, as with the old man in Santa Maria Nuova in Florence. But still the body is from where all proportion comes, the golden ratio. Golden ratio, that's what I meant to say, not golden standard, per se. But now I question that perfection. Is man the measure of all things? Yeah, it looks almost like the homunculus again. I saw the shadowy figure here again, deep within the crypt. It is a good thing that I was familiar with the shadow before seeing it here, or I would have been certain that it was the ghost of one of my models. What this embodied shadow has shown me is that the perfection of ratio I see in the human body is only the chance result of one method of describing proportion, that there are other ways of counting, other mathematics which encompass perfections far beyond that of the human body. I'm thinking that perhaps, in accordance with the paradox time travel that's been touched on a few times in this scenario, that in some ways both went to Leonardo or whoever to impart him some knowledge in advance in order that his discoveries might help stave off later ruin and enslavement, perhaps by the Four or something like that, maybe even something beyond the Four, of which they are but a shadow manifestation of horror. But that we're now in like an alternate timeline, perhaps, where the Four have gone back into the past, and so we must stop them. But that's assuming they haven't already done that. You know, are we in like a parallel universe, parallel timeline, dimension, or not? Okay, I'm going to break up this recording into another part as soon as I find a save pattern after this. Only the chance result of one method of describing proportion, that there are other ways of counting, other mathematics, which encompass perfections far beyond that of the human body. Again, I ask, is it that I am growing frail? Do I no longer see the body as perfect because my own body is so bent with age? I think that's like an as above, so below, as then, so without sort of thing. I am hiding this manuscript deep in this crypt. I only hope that the priests of this place do not move it down to deeper levels, where, I have heard, they practice rites that have little to do with Christianity. Oh yeah, there's the irony of it, huh? Lots of the disturbed, over-zealous religious ones secretly going against their own religion, although it kind of goes back to the idea that seems hinted at earlier in this game about, you know, disciplines for which there's like an exoteric side and an esoteric one, which may at least outwardly have a contradiction, but which at the root are connected, and just so the discipline says has a need to shield the esoteric from the unworthy, as they might say. That's another topic for analysis and debate, but I think it may be implied in here somewhere. And it also touches, interestingly enough, on a concept about even just like the decline of neuroplasticity or plasticity and malleability in general of existence or of understanding of knowledge. You know, the interacting effects between age, however that might be caused, whether by sheer time or the treatment of one's own body, be it even by neglect out of the feverish pursuit of things that do not tend directly to its maintenance and upkeep. And then, you know, the kind of coagulation and narrowing of thought over time that can be abated somewhat, but never altogether reversed, it seems, at least in this dimension. Alright, what I would not give to meet an honest priest. Then perhaps I could discuss the nature of the visitor that has been haunting me. Angelic, perhaps, or otherwise. Isn't there like irony? I mean, obviously there are different, you know, subsects of religion and the like, but you know, the idea that you would want to come, you're supposed to come to a priest or the like for guidance, salvation out of a disturbance such as that, but it would ironically invite more persecution, if anything. Assuming, of course, that the revelation in question is not, in fact, the right one, that they just would not want you to know. Okay. What did I do? Okay, I activated that again. I thought I hit like a secret when I hit tab on the wall. Okay, so I gotta save, find a save point, and then okay, got an enforcer in there. Yeah, so I want to save and then break up the video. I don't think it's too far away. The scenario is pretty reasonable, I think, about save points, at least the main campaign. The lost levels, it gets more intense, I remember that much. Gotta make sure the enforcer hasn't popped out. Not yet. I know it's in here, I heard it. Heard it firing. There we go. Gotta watch out for these blocks. Like I gotta know a clear path of escape wherever I'm at, especially if there's a spawn in, which there may well be. Maybe an ambush coming out of the open door. Shadowy back there. Okay. See, it looks like a winding staircase. Might be an instance where I alert some enemies here, then run around back in here to shoot through the window. That won't open yet though. So it looks like it's just this one for now. Yeah. Thought there'd be like one from behind me, but nope, it's not that cruel. I might have already retreated though. Nope. Yeah, there we go. You little fucker. Got it. Maybe the assault rifle would be good for situations like this. I'm sure, encounter more narrow places. Like, I'm already starting to remember this part. It's a scenario where it's pretty memorable, even though there are parts I don't remember, just because it's been 10 years, but like every time I start to get through a level, I start to remember more or less the feel and design of it. It comes back to me. Some I could remember before certain parts. I wonder how many parts I'll encounter that I don't really remember at all. Sorry, by the way, if I'm like talking a bit fast and mumbling. Sort of amped up, so I'm trying to keep control over my talking. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, one more. Oh, it's an enforcer shit. Looks like my best bet is to jump down there and trying to keep track of it, maybe on the radar, hit with the primary fire, stun lock it. Maybe I won't lose too many shields. There we go. Successful strategy. Is it retreating? Something behind me, kind of. Retreated. See if I can get the retreat enough. That one's kind of coming back. I'm kind of going away. Yeah, that one's kind of just going back and forth, I think. But this way I have more advantage to run around fast enough to get them. Nice Bill of Doom, by the way. I heard that. It's pretty cool. You hear those reverberating drops every now and then. Gotta find a save point soon. At least I got good reflexes for when I hear a spawn in. Looks like so far a lot of the spawn ins that you think might end up being like a cheap one end up being supplies. But the spawn ins are generally kind of reasonable. Ah, shit. There we go. That was pretty seamless and good maneuver. Where'd that other one go? Oh, I thought there was another one. Guess it already died. Got caught in the crossfire. Like Yucatan suck a man. Check that record out, by the way. It's good. That's cool. Seeing enemies in the distance like that. Oops. Get me to a save point. I gotta get out of here. Save this recording. I really don't know why this game has minor enforcers on total carnage. I'm not really complaining, it just seems a weird thing to do. Maybe they thought it was too hard, but otherwise, but I don't think it would be that much harder. Okay, I think I hear the crackling of fire in here. I like the entryways like this too, and just the mild indents or outcrops of, I guess the term would be like wainscoting or something. Wainscoting basically being like lower side panels for walls. Okay, there, saved. All right, I'll be right back. That's it for this part. See ya.